As we grow older, we often hear advice about sleep positions. Many doctors say sleeping on the left side can improve digestion and heart health. For years, people have believed that this position is one of the healthiest ways to sleep. But after the age of 70, the body changes in ways that make certain habits more complicated than they once were. What worked well at 50 may not always be ideal at 70 or 80. And one habit many older adults never think twice about is the simple act of turning onto the left side before drifting off to sleep. Sleep is not just rest. It is a time when the body repairs muscles, balances hormones, restores energy, and protects the brain. For older adults, sleep becomes even more important because recovery takes longer and the body needs deeper restoration. Yet sleep patterns also change with age. Many people over 70 wake up more frequently, experience lighter sleep, and struggle with stiffness or discomfort during the night. When sleep positions remain unchanged for many hours, they can quietly influence circulation, breathing, and even the health of joints and organs. Sleeping on the left side can place continuous pressure on certain parts of the body. In younger people, muscles and tissues usually adapt without much trouble. But after 70, the body becomes more sensitive to prolonged pressure. Blood circulation slows slightly with age, and when the same side of the body remains compressed for hours, blood flow may become less efficient. This can lead to numbness in the arm, shoulder discomfort, or stiffness that lingers into the morning. Many older adults wake up thinking their body is simply aging, without realizing their sleep position may be contributing to the discomfort. Another concern involves the shoulders and hips. The joints naturally lose some of their cushioning as cartilage becomes thinner over time. When someone sleeps primarily on the left side night after night, the shoulder and hip on that side carry much of the body's weight for several hours. Over time, this pressure may aggravate joint pain or worsen existing arthritis. Some seniors notice that one shoulder becomes more painful than the other, and they cannot explain why. Often, the answer lies in the way they sleep every night. Breathing can also be affected by sleep position in older adults. The lungs and chest muscles lose a bit of elasticity as we age, which means breathing efficiency changes. For some people, lying on one side for long periods can make the lungs expand unevenly. If the left side remains compressed against the mattress all night, breathing may become slightly restricted. It may not be dramatic enough to wake someone immediately, but over time it can lead to lighter sleep, frequent turning, or feeling less refreshed in the morning. Another hidden issue is related to circulation in the heart. While many health articles praise left-side sleeping for certain digestive benefits, the truth is that every body is different, especially after 70. If someone already has heart conditions, circulation challenges, or fluid retention, sleeping in the same position all night may influence how blood moves through the body. Some seniors notice swelling in the arm or hand they sleep on. Others wake up with tingling fingers or a heavy feeling in the chest area. These signs are subtle, but they can be clues that the body needs more variation during sleep. However, the real message is not that sleeping on the left side is always dangerous. The true concern is staying in any single position for too long. Our bodies were designed to move. Even during sleep, healthy bodies shift positions several times during the night. These small movements keep blood circulating, relieve pressure on joints, and allow the lungs to expand fully. When someone becomes used to sleeping only on one side, the body loses that natural rhythm of movement. For adults over 70, comfort and balance are the keys to healthy sleep. Using supportive pillows, maintaining a comfortable mattress, and occasionally changing positions during the night can make a significant difference. Some people find relief by placing a pillow between the knees or supporting the back so they can shift positions more easily. Others benefit from gentle stretching before bed to reduce stiffness that might lock them into one position overnight. Sleep should be a time when the body heals, not a time when pressure builds silently in one place. the smallest habits often have the greatest impact on long-term comfort and health. Something as simple as adjusting a sleep position, adding support, or allowing the body to move naturally during the night can protect joints, improve breathing, and support better circulation. After 70, wisdom comes not from doing things exactly the same way we always have, but from listening carefully to what the body needs now. The goal is not to fear a particular sleep position, but to remain aware that the body continues to change. And sometimes, the path to better sleep and better health begins with the simplest adjustment, giving the body the freedom to rest in more than just one way. As people grow older, the body begins to change in quiet and gradual ways that are not always obvious during the day, but become more noticeable at night. One of the most common yet overlooked issues after the age of 70 is the pressure placed on joints while sleeping. Many older adults naturally prefer sleeping on their side because it feels comfortable and familiar, especially after years of using the same position. However, when the body remains in one position for long hours during sleep, especially on the same side every night, continuous pressure begins to build on certain joints such as the shoulders, hips, and knees. Over time, this pressure can slowly contribute to stiffness, soreness, and discomfort that may be felt the next morning. The joints in the human body are designed to handle movement throughout the day, but they are not meant to carry the same load in the exact same position for many hours without relief. When a person sleeps on their side, the entire weight of the upper body presses down on the shoulder joint, while the hip absorbs much of the body's lower weight. In younger adults, muscles and connective tissues are stronger and more flexible, which helps cushion these pressure points. But after 70, the body naturally loses some of its protective padding. The cartilage that supports joints becomes thinner, muscles may lose strength, and connective tissues become less elastic. Because of these natural changes, the joints become more sensitive to prolonged pressure during sleep. This constant pressure can slowly irritate the delicate structures around the joints. For example, the shoulder joint contains tendons and small fluid-filled sacs called bursae that help reduce friction when the arm moves. When a person sleeps on one shoulder for several hours, these tissues can become compressed between the body and the mattress. As a result, the joint may feel stiff or sore when the person wakes up. Some older adults notice they have difficulty lifting their arm in the morning, or feel a dull ache in the shoulder that gradually improves after moving around. Many assume this discomfort is simply part of aging, but in many cases, the way the body rests during sleep plays an important role. The hips also carry a significant amount of pressure during side sleeping. The hip joint is one of the largest and strongest joints in the body, but after 70 it may already be experiencing mild wear from decades of walking, standing, and daily activities. When a person lies on their side, the outer hip becomes the main point of contact with the mattress. If the mattress is too firm, or if the body stays in that position for too long, the joint can become irritated. This pressure may cause soreness in the hip, or even pain that travels slightly down the thigh. Some seniors find themselves turning frequently during the night, without realizing that their body is trying to relieve the stress placed on the joint. Another factor that increases joint strain during sleep is reduced movement at night. Younger people tend to change positions many times while sleeping without noticing it. These natural movements shift pressure from one area of the body to another, allowing blood flow to return to compressed tissues. As people age, sleep often becomes lighter and less active, and some individuals remain in the same position for longer periods. When the body does not move enough, pressure continues to build in the same areas, which may lead to stiffness or numbness. The knees can also experience strain when sleeping on the side, especially if the legs are stacked directly on top of each other. The upper knee may press downward, while the lower knee bears extra weight from the leg above it. Without proper support, the joints may remain slightly twisted for hours. Over time, This can create discomfort that spreads to the lower back or legs. Many older adults who experience nighttime joint stiffness are surprised to learn that a simple adjustment in sleeping posture can reduce much of this pressure. Muscles surrounding the joints also play a role in how pressure is distributed during sleep. With age, muscles naturally lose some mass and strength, a process known as muscle loss. When these muscles are weaker, they provide less cushioning around the joints. This means that bones and connective tissues absorb more of the body's weight during long periods of rest. The result is often a feeling of tightness or soreness that appears gradually rather than suddenly. Even small improvements in sleep support can help reduce the strain placed on joints at night. A mattress that evenly distributes body weight can reduce concentrated pressure on the shoulder and hip. Supportive pillows may help keep the spine aligned and prevent the body from collapsing too deeply into one side. When the body is properly supported, joints are less likely to carry the entire burden of body weight for extended periods. For many older adults, understanding how sleep positions affect joint pressure can be the first step toward improving nighttime comfort. The body sends quiet signals through stiffness, soreness, or numbness, reminding us that even during rest, balance and support are essential. When pressure is reduced and joints are allowed to relax naturally, sleep becomes more restorative and the body can recover more effectively through the night. As people move into their 70s and beyond, the body undergoes natural changes that influence how breathing and circulation function during sleep. These changes are gradual and often go unnoticed during daily activities, but they can become more apparent during the quiet hours of the night. When a person sleeps in one position for a long time, especially on the same side every night, the way the lungs expand and the way blood flows through the body can be subtly affected. For many older adults, these small shifts in breathing and circulation may contribute to lighter sleep, nighttime discomfort, or waking up feeling less refreshed in the morning. Breathing is a complex process that depends on the lungs, chest muscles, diaphragm, and the flexibility of the rib cage. When people are younger, the lungs expand easily and the chest wall moves freely with each breath. However, as the body ages, the elasticity of lung tissue gradually decreases. The chest wall may become slightly stiffer, and the muscles responsible for breathing can lose some strength. These changes do not usually cause major problems during the day, but during sleep, when the body remains still for long periods, breathing patterns can become more sensitive to body position. When a person lies on one side for several hours, the lower lung is pressed gently against the mattress while the upper lung has more space to expand. In a younger body, this difference is usually well managed because the lungs adjust quickly. After 70, however, the lungs may not adapt as efficiently. The lower lung can become slightly compressed under the body's weight, which may reduce how fully it expands with each breath. While the change may be small, it can still influence the overall rhythm of breathing during sleep. This subtle restriction can sometimes lead to shallower breathing. When breathing becomes less deep, the body may receive slightly less oxygen during the night. In response, the brain may trigger brief awakenings to encourage deeper breaths. Many seniors experience these moments without remembering them the next morning. They may simply feel that their sleep was restless or interrupted, even though they were in bed for many hours. Circulation is another important factor influenced by sleep position. The heart continuously pumps blood through the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues while removing waste products. When a person remains in one position for too long, especially on one side, certain blood vessels may experience mild compression. This is particularly noticeable in the arms and shoulders, where body weight presses down against the mattress. Over time, this pressure can slow the smooth flow of blood through those areas. Older adults may notice this effect as numbness or tingling in the arm they were lying on. Sometimes the hand may feel slightly swollen or heavy upon waking. These sensations usually disappear once the person moves and circulation returns to normal. But repeated pressure night after night can make the experience more frequent. The body naturally tries to protect itself by encouraging small movements during sleep, which help restore blood flow and relieve pressure on compressed tissues. The relationship between breathing and circulation is closely connected. Oxygen that enters the lungs is carried by the bloodstream to every part of the body. If breathing becomes slightly restricted due to body position, and circulation is also affected by prolonged pressure, the combined effect can make sleep less restorative. Instead of entering deep, steady sleep cycles, the body may remain in lighter stages of sleep where it wakes more easily. Another factor that becomes important after 70 is the balance of fluids in the body. As circulation changes with age, fluids may shift slightly when lying down. Some individuals experience mild swelling in the legs during the day that redistributes when they lie in bed at night. If the body remains on one side for too long, fluid movement may be uneven, which can contribute to a feeling of heaviness or mild pressure in certain areas of the chest or arms. Sleep quality is closely tied to how freely the body can breathe and how efficiently blood moves through the circulatory system. When both processes work smoothly, the body enters deeper stages of sleep where important repair and recovery occur. Muscles relax more fully, the brain clears metabolic waste, and energy levels are restored for the next day. However, when breathing becomes shallow or circulation is slowed by constant pressure, the body may not reach those deeper stages as easily. For many older adults, the key is allowing the body to move naturally throughout the night. Small shifts in position help redistribute weight, release pressure from compressed areas, and allow both lungs to expand more evenly. These natural movements support healthy breathing patterns and encourage steady blood flow through the arms, shoulders, and chest. Even though the changes in breathing and circulation during sleep may seem subtle, they can have a meaningful effect on how rested a person feels the next day. When the body is able to breathe deeply and maintain smooth circulation throughout the night, sleep becomes more refreshing, and mornings begin with greater comfort and energy. As people move beyond the age of 70, sleep becomes one of the most important factors influencing daily energy, physical comfort, and overall health. Yet, many older adults continue sleeping in the same position they used for decades without realizing that the body's needs have changed over time. One of the most important habits that supports healthy sleep at this stage of life is the ability to change sleeping positions naturally during the night. Movement during sleep may seem insignificant, but it plays a crucial role in protecting the body from pressure, maintaining circulation, and allowing the muscles and joints to relax properly. When the body remains in one position for too long, certain areas begin to carry more weight than they were designed to handle continuously. For example, if someone sleeps on their left side the entire night, the shoulder, hip, and arm on that side absorb most of the body's pressure for several hours. In younger years, muscles and tissues recover quickly from this stress, but as the body ages, it becomes more sensitive to prolonged compression. Changing sleep positions during the night redistributes that pressure so that no single part of the body bears the same load for too long. This simple movement helps protect joints from stiffness and discomfort that might otherwise appear in the morning. Another reason position changes are important involves blood circulation. Blood vessels run throughout the body and are responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell. When a person lies in the same position for extended periods, some vessels can become slightly compressed under the body's weight. This compression may reduce blood flow to certain areas such as the arms, shoulders, or legs. The body naturally responds by encouraging subtle movements during sleep that relieve pressure and restore normal circulation. When these movements occur regularly, tissues receive the oxygen they need and the body remains comfortable throughout the night. The spine also benefits from changing sleep positions. The spine is made of vertebrae separated by soft discs that act as cushions and allow flexibility. Over many years of standing, walking, and lifting, these discs gradually lose some of their natural hydration and elasticity. Because of this, the spine becomes more sensitive to staying in one posture for too long. When someone shifts from one side to the other or briefly rolls onto their back, the pressure on the spine changes slightly. This variation allows the discs and surrounding muscles to relax and recover, instead of remaining compressed in the same alignment for hours. Breathing is another process that improves when the body changes positions during sleep. The lungs expand and contract thousands of times each night, bringing oxygen into the body and removing carbon dioxide. When a person lies on one side continuously, the lower lung may experience mild compression from the body's weight. While the body usually adjusts, staying in that position all night can reduce the ability of both lungs to expand equally. Shifting positions during sleep allows each lung to open more freely at different times, which helps maintain steady breathing and supports deeper, more restful sleep. The nervous system also plays a role in encouraging movement during sleep. The brain constantly monitors pressure, circulation, and muscle tension even while a person is resting. When the brain senses that one area of the body has been under pressure for too long, it sends signals that trigger small movements. These movements are often so gentle that the person does not wake up fully. They might simply turn slightly, adjust their arm, or roll to the opposite side. These natural adjustments are the body's way of protecting itself from discomfort and maintaining balance during the night. For many older adults, certain factors may reduce the amount of movement during sleep. Joint stiffness, muscle weakness, or fear of discomfort may lead someone to remain in the same position for longer periods. Some people also develop habits of settling into one preferred posture that feels familiar and safe. While this may seem comfortable at first, the lack of variation can gradually contribute to morning stiffness or poor sleep quality. Encouraging gentle movement by using supportive pillows, maintaining a comfortable mattress, and allowing enough space in bed can help the body shift positions more easily. Sleep should not be a completely motionless experience. Healthy sleep includes quiet but regular changes in posture that allow the body to maintain balance. These movements help distribute body weight evenly, support steady circulation, and allow muscles to relax and reset throughout the night. When the body is free to adjust naturally, it protects itself from unnecessary strain and maintains the flexibility needed for comfortable rest. Over time, many seniors discover that allowing their body to move freely during sleep leads to fewer aches in the morning and a greater sense of refreshment after waking. The body was designed to rest, but it was also designed to move gently even during that rest. When sleep includes these natural adjustments, the body is better able to recover, recharge, and prepare for the activities of the next day.